When she came up for sentencing today, an APS teacher faced up to 24 years in prison for having sex with a 13-year-old student. That's rape. But she will not spend a day behind bars. A far cry from what has happened to some male teachers convicted of the same thing. News 13's Katie Kim has that from the Newsplex.
Dick Christy Sanchez Trujillo was sentenced to 1 year house arrest. The judge said her gender had nothing to do with that sentence.
I am extremely, truly sorry.
36-year-old Christy Sanchez Trujillo offered up a tearful apology. She was a Jimmy Carter mid-school teacher when she admitted to having sex more than once with her then 13-year-old student in 2009.
She pretends that it was kind of accidental how the relationship began.
But prosecutors say it was no accident. Sanchez Trujillo took the boy on dates where they'd eventually end up at the petroglyphs to have sex in her SUV. Because of his age and her position as his teacher, that's rape on two fronts. But in April, prosecutors struck a deal with Sanchez Trujillo for a max of 5 years in prison.
Ms. Sanchez Trujillo will be on the CCP ankle bracelet program.
But today, District Court Judge Reed Shepard decided she shouldn't go to prison at all. It's a much more lenient sentence than what a different judge handed down to an APS teacher's aide. 26-year-old Anthony Kilby was sentenced to 3 years in prison for having sex with a 15-year-old girl he knew at Manzano High School.
What would happen if roles were reversed, if this were a male teacher and a female victim?
The judge said he was well aware of critics questioning whether Sanchez Trujillo would be treated more harshly if she were a man. But the judge said gender had no bearing on his decision.
I want to make it perfectly clear that it is completely unacceptable for any adult to have sex with a minor child.
We wanted to know why Judge Shepard thought Sanchez Trujillo did not deserve any prison time, but he did not return our calls for comment this afternoon. Back to you.
All right, Katie, Sanchez Trujillo's attorney said in court today that the former teacher did violate public trust, but he also said she is not a pedophile.